Reconnection successful. All right. All right, there we go. I think I am streaming now. So I definitely have some technical difficulties. If you heard everything I said, I'm going to have to repeat it again. I'm just waiting for my screen to pop up to let me know if we are live. I got the message notification, but I don't got the actual screen. I can't see me yet. So it makes me go, I would hate to do a whole video. All right, there we go. See, I'm looking a little frozen. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on with it. If this doesn't work, I guess I'm gonna have to make a second video and just go ahead and upload it to the tube. Let me know if it's jerky, the quality, because I don't want to go through this and the audio sucks, the video sucks. I will just pause it and go ahead and make another video. Okay, please let me know. All right, so here we go. So anyway, if you're watching this for the first time, go ahead and put like, subscribe, man. Subscribe. Go watch the other videos. I do this every day, and I do it live, man. You can get on here, and we can talk about your stocks. You know, I'm not a professional. You know, I'm just a dude that trades, and I have losing trades, and I have winning trades. I'm not saying I'm all that. I'm just a dude that trades. You know, I got a job. I got a 9 to 5. I can't be doing this all day, but I do like making videos. I make photography videos. I make trucking videos. But now I'm on my little stock thing. Been trading stocks for over 20 years, and so now I just decided to change to share it, you know, to kind of let me know. I don't have the secret sauce, but I get better, and I like selling options. So that's what we do here, and just let me know. What's up, Cashmatics? Okay, good, man. I had all kinds of problems in the beginning, and I remember doing a video before, and I was like, oh man, I gotta do it again. You just don't even want to do the video. Like, oh, forget it. I'll just do Mondays or the next day's video. So I didn't get on yesterday. So anyway, I want to talk about Google, and I'm going to talk about gold and the GDX. That's what I'm looking to trade next week. I've been sticking with the SPX, and I've been trading. Finally, the markets. It hasn't been just 200 points up. I mean, so I made a little bit of money. I was like, gosh, man, it was killing me. That rally was killing me. I was on the wrong side of the trade, you know, and I couldn't get further. Out of the money. I mean, because the market was catching it. It was just crazy. So now it just seems to be slowing down, and now the cash machine is working again. So anyway, here's Google, and I sold. I'm gonna go to the minute chart, and I'm gonna show you what kind of clued me into this. Let's see, maybe I'll go to the 5-minute so I can get the day. And this volume spike right there, I was like, wow, you know. And I was just like, I gotta get in this. Google's going higher, and I sold about 20 of the 115. I sold it right there at the money at the time of the 115 110s and made like $400 on it. I got out, sold it for like $1 or 90 cents, got out at 30 cents. And I also bought calls, and I sold. Damn, I forgot what I sold some more. 115s, 120s a little further out. And if you look at the, I'm going to show you why I did it. So let's look at the weekly, and you can see this is a great candle right here. The only thing that scares me about this trade is the market. I really think it's toppy, but I'm forgetting about it, and I'm just going to go ahead and trade. So this trade that I'm doing, I'm actually keeping it on a short leash. If it goes down, I am out, okay, because I think the market is toppy, man. So, but you know, Google, I think it's setting up good. Google likes to run into the earnings, okay? Earnings is coming up within a month, all right? So if you look right here where it topped out, that was earnings, okay? There was an earnings period right here in October or November. The only reason why it didn't pop, the market was crashing every day. It was crazy, and then, okay? So here is earnings, right? Before it drops, and now I think we're gonna make that earnings run again, okay? I like how it's coming off the bottom Bollinger Band, and I really like the action. I like looking at the 5-minute again. I'm going to go back to that. Sometimes you can get clued in where big money is coming in when you have the small time frames, because they got to buy big shares. So like back to that, can I get the 5-minute up? Back to this, the volume here. Now Google trades 1.4 million shares. Was it billion? What is it? I think it's million shares a day. Let me see the average. I don't know where I can bring the average. Forget the average. I don't have my chart drawn because I go to, I think, CNBC, but I don't want to waste the time to look that up. I don't know if this gives me it or not. I have it down here, but the line is all jacked up. But this trade, this was a 303,000 shares was traded early in the morning. I was like, holy shit, that was like a quarter of the average. So 25% or something. So I was like, oh man, I'm getting in. And then I was looking at, is it the hourly? Yeah, I'm just looking at these pops, Look at that stair climb. How was just getting higher and higher. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get in and try to participate in this. And looking at this, and I like coming off the bottom, and I think maybe we can go up and possibly test that 1200 as long as the market holds up. I mean, that's the only thing, because if you look at that green, right? See that green? That's the 9. That's the 9 moving average. This is a weekly, so it's the 9 period weekly, and it's in a downtrend. But the stochastics is starting to come up and it's splitting. That's what I like. That separation. That's I look at that. That separation is like, oh man, I got to trade. But it's just confirmation. It's I don't really look at it like that. I like looking at it. It's coming off the lows. I mean, Google. I can't wait for this thing to break out. Look at, this is multi-years, right? And just once it does, let's go to the monthly so we can see this a little better. See that, how it's just been hanging out up there? And once it gets above there, this stock is gonna run. It's reminding me of my Starbucks trade. So it's coming off the lows, and look how that's even a higher low, right? It didn't kind of get to that 1,000, and it's starting to rise again. So that's what has me, I think this is the next rise up. So that's Google. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this video short. And I made good money on it. I like selling on option expiration Friday. If you could see something happening, to kind of get in there, you got to get in early to get good premium. But to sell, sell calls, sell puts, depending on how, it depends on how the vibe of the market, the vibe of the stock, and you can kind of, it's kind of like a lottery, educated lottery ticket. And I was feeling real confident that when I finally was like, oh man, I made some good money, but I like it a little long term. So that's what, I mean, here's the hourly. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's just, it doesn't have that steep incline. It's rising at a 10% angle. I'm sorry, a 12% angle, not 80% like I was showing you with the SPY. So I like that. Now I'm going to pull up gold, and we talked about that in my earlier videos. And I was waiting. I put a trigger in there, and it's right there. I think that's the line. I didn't get an alert on it, but I should have. But see, here's my line. I even drew that before. Let me go to the monthly. Yeah, right there. I drew something, and this line looks a little low. Let me clear it all out. Clear. Get out of here. Give me some time. I'm not good with these charts. All right, now let's draw a line again. Oh man, on this top. Maybe I think I had my alert on this top, and then here's good support. So I'm gonna say somewhere right in there. All right, we'll just draw it. You can see it's breaking out. It's breaking out on the monthly, man. That's great. Now the month is still drawing. We got another 8 days for the month to be over, so it could actually come back down. And come back down hard, so, but I'm thinking about, I think next week I'm going to focus on this, because now I'm going to zoom out. Let's pull this back down, because look at all of this room. I mean, this is really a nice base, and it's starting to upturn. And if you think about, which I don't really want to think about, but what's going on in the economy and in the world, it's setting up nice for gold and these commodities. So I think, see, I'm anticipating it there. The breakout's right there, but that's a monthly. Let's look at the weekly real quick, because that's finished drawing. Yeah, see, the weekly just broke out of it. It's out of there, and volume, look at the volume, look at the stochastics. So I'm going to go ahead and try to sell some puts in this, and probably closer to the money, not the 10, 15, 20, maybe 30, 40, to get in there. it might pull back. It might do a check back, you know. So let's look at this high right here, 127 on this last top, 127.21. So I might sell something right around there, 126, you know, 120, you know. Let's go to the trade. Let's see. Let's do about 30 days out. Let's see what we pricing at. Oh, that's only a 10% delta. 30 days. Yeah, see, I might have to do something like the 129 and sell a vertical. So the 129, 128 is 27 cents. And let's say I get that for 26. So 26 divided by, that would be 74. That's 35% on your money, you know. So say you sell 10 of those, right? It's 270 bucks, you know. 10, what did I say? 76. Yeah, so 760 will bring you 270. Not bad, you know, if you believe in it. So it's already at 132. We closed at 131.98 to sell the 127s, 20 days, you know, 20, I can't even speak, 27 days out, you know, that's pretty good money. So I think I'm going to do that. And I also think I might buy a call, but also I might buy the call on the GDX, because look at the GDX. This is what I want to think about. So I'm just kind of talking about, I'm just rambling here. All right. Hey, Life Like That, what's up? What about what you doing? What you doing, a butterfly? No, just straight up selling verticals. I actually got a butterfly on, I think I did a butterfly on, I can't remember, Amazon. I did a butterfly this week. Everything worked. Everything did. I got crushed by Wednesday, man. And I was like, oh, man. But Thursday and Friday, I had really good trades because I just said, I just I just said, forget about what the market, I'm just going to look at the charts. You know what I mean? And I just went with it, you know, and that's what was really messing me up. And I'm still scared in the background. I'm still scared. Let me pull this up real quick. All right, go back to GDX. I'm going to go back. I mean, this is just looking toppy. It's kind of a messed up line, and I don't know if we're going to bust through. We might. If you look at the rut also. Oh, shoot. You saw that was the SPY. Come on, draw. It's nowhere near the high. And it's just weak, you know. I remember I was liking this over here, right? Remember that bar and this boom and then boom. It's just looking weak, and I don't know, is the market going to bring the rut up, or is the rut going to bring the SPY down, you know? Yeah, I mean, I'm just not liking it. I want to see everything. It's just weird, man. The stuff that's, you know, it's just weird. I'm just afraid, you know. But I like Googl, and I think gold. That's where I'm going to concentrate. And I think I'm going to sell some more calls out of the money on the SPX still. I got I sold out of the money Qs. You know, I sold that earlier in the week, and that's doing good. Look how it's looking top. It didn't even reach the all-time high. Somewhere like 195, 196. Sold a bunch of those things. I almost got out. I think it was this day, Thursday, but then the market reversed, and then I didn't get out. I was like, oh man, I was a couple pennies away from my buyback price, and you know, but I still think it's safe. Oh, I gotta talk. I can't remember if I talked about what was going on in the market. Let me go back to Thursday's action. Was it Thursday's? I was just very disgusted because this drop right here, oh man, I sold some SPX at the beginning of the day that was going to expire. Now the ones that expire on Thursday, the closing price ain't until Friday morning, so you gotta be careful. But anyway, I sold up here, okay, and the market was crashed. I was looking good. I was like, oh yeah, this is great. And then it started to reverse midday, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. It's not gonna go to the high. No, You know what I mean? So it was climbing, climbing. I was out. I kept checking my phone. I was like, oh, what the hell's going on? It's climbing, it's climbing, it's climbing, it's climbing. And I'm like, oh, there's no way it's going to the high. It's going to hit this high and come back. And look what it did. It sure enough bust through the high. Now, I can't hold these options overnight. It's very risky because if it opens high or it stays the same, there would have been total loss. So I had to sell right here, and you could see that was me. That was me up here in that upper wick selling. You know, I should say buying it back. And I was, oh man, that trade killed me, and it was so I don't know, man. I just thought this is it, and it just reversed. It totally came back and closed at a new high. We opened up 250 points. We went down to zero. I mean, we might even went negative if I remember, all the way down here, and then we went back up 250. That was a crazy day. So I was like, that was a killer rally. I mean, this right here, you can almost use that as your get out, you know, of what's going to happen now. If we break that, then be negative, because that was a huge turnaround right there. You know, so what was that? The low 229.31. If we, yeah, that's the stop where the market's going lower. If we get below that, and you can see it was also the high of the previous day. So that's good support resistant line right there. I'll say more of support. So if we break that, I think that's when we need to run for the hills, because that turnaround. So anyway, I got just crushed. The trade was just like that reverse 200 from my portfolio equity curve did the same thing. It was just crazy. So anyway, all right, back to what was I doing? GDX. I don't know. Anybody else get crushed on that Thursday if you actively trade? Your IV got crushed. Yeah, it was. I did sell when it was up. So, and as I was going down, the IV was right, but these options were expiring though. So the IV, I don't think it mattered too much, because these were gonna expire today, you know. And so even IV, IV was rising over here, and I guess selling, I was short. You know, I sold it, so I was short IV. So as it was going down, I was making money. No, it was actually rising. I was kind of losing money, but I was gaining on the deltas. You know, then here the reverse, and then it closed above. So I had to get out, because the SPX Thursday expiring options price, the final close will be the open of the next day, and you don't know where it's going to open. Come looking in hindsight, if I didn't sell, I would have made all the money. The options would have closed worthless. It was the 255, 260s, I believe. I sold the 255, 260s. And it opened here. As you can see, it opened here at 253. What was it? The 29.52. Yeah, I sold the 29.55s. So I would have been safe. It closed at the 29.54, but that kind of priced weird, because just before the minutes, I mean, it was actually coming down hard. It was actually like 29.56. Anyway, I had to get the hell out, okay? Because I had a little bit left I could get back. I didn't want a total loss on that. I wasn't ready for that. Probably, oh, okay, so I remember. I was doing this on Tastywork. The reason why I was even in these positions, because I wanted to sell one, right? And it wasn't going through. I had a glitch on the platform. I was like, what the hell? Where's the trade? Then I did it again. And I was like, where's the trade? It's not showing up. I'm looking on my screen. I'm looking at this. Like, what the hell? But I don't have enough money in there. You know, I don't know what the problem was. And then I did it again. And I was like, oh, well. I was getting no errors. I was like, oh, well, I'm just not going to do it. I guess I can't do it, you know? So an hour or so goes by, and then I get an alert on my phone. Boom, boom, boom. Fill. I'm like, what the? How is it filled? I'm looking at the Tastywork screen, and I'm like, I don't got no fills here. What's going on? You know, I'm looking. So I closed out the screen. I closed the program, and then I reopened it, okay? And then there it was. So I'm like, oh, shoot, I can't believe. And I was like, oh, well, the market is crashing. It's a great trade. So I didn't even worry about it. That's why this is what I did not even worry about. I was like, oh man, this is great. I'm glad it filled, you know? And it was going down, down, and then it started coming up, and I was just looking at it like, it's not gonna go to an all. We just lost 250 points for, you know, from opening to noon. It's not gonna go up that high. Nah, you know. And I kind of wasn't worried about it. Sure enough, it did, you know. So it blew me out. Anyway, so that was a bad day on Thursday. Back to the GDX. So little slow drawing here on the weekend. So anyway, the GDX has a lot of room. These are the gold miners, and if you look at, see, there's a couple of things I want to share. I'm going to go back to gold, and I'm going to go back to GDX. So if you look at where we are now, if I just go here, and then just say we get somewhere around the top, that's 146% possible if we can kind of creep up that way. And if you look at the GLD, and do the same thing to the top, that's only a 30%. Okay, so the gold miners, you know, is going to be the trade to really get into. But I think I'm going to play both of them. I'm going to show you why. Because if you pull up the GLD and go to the option statistics, I'm still on the GLD, right? Look at the implied volatility. It's 98%. The IB rank, I'm sorry, 98%. That's where you want to be selling, you know. So I'm going to be selling the GLD out of the money. That, like I was showing you, that 27.20. I'm going to be selling that, and then the GDX. Let's go back to the same thing, and you can see the GDX, the IV is only 52. That's good too. So I think I might buy calls on this and be selling on the GDX. But I definitely want to get long gold GDX or whatever come the following week. I think this is going to be one of the positive trades, because everything else is just, it's iffy. Like I was showing you the Googl trade. It's like, I like it, but I don't, you know what I mean? So, and I think everything is like that. Everything, you know, it's just because of the market. This market is toppy. It's just not going to keep running like that. You know, Amazon, I did not like, look, Amazon was just, I'm long Amazon, leaps. I just don't like the way it's acting. You know, that's the monthly. It looks kind of good. You know, everything is pointing up, but it's just not, you know, the stuff that's rising is the stuff that shouldn't be rising. The utilities, and what is that, the XLU, the all-time high. I mean, come on, man. Utilities can't run. They can't run, and everything's all good. And, you know, so look, this looks like a buy. I mean, it's toppy right now, but look at the expansion. Look at the Bollinger Bands and the volatility expansion. So that just might run up a couple more days, you know, just like that. Looking at the monthly, you know, this is kind of a little squeeze right there. So volatility squeeze, now it's expanding, so that might run up a little bit more. So that's not what, you know, I want to see. You know, let's look at the Qs. You know, technology usually leads. Well, it's up there. I shorted this though. I thought it would be. I didn't think the it's weird. Let me look at the NDX. Yeah, that's looking good. That's showing. It's up there, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so anybody I want to say anything, because I'm about to end this. So that's my thing. So you've seen my Googl trade, right? I like it. I like it coming off the lows. Look how it's nowhere near what the Qs was doing. But if the market can hold in there, I think it's going up. Remember, it's going into earnings. It always runs into earnings, always. And then it just craps out. One of these days, it's going to blow through. The earnings is going to be fantastic. And I don't know when it's going to be. And it's going to go up 100, 200 points after the earnings report. I'm telling you, it did it back here sometime before, because it always goes down damn near 100. It's going to just totally crush, blindside everybody. Oh, let me talk about Facebook again, because I forgot I'm long that. and it's going to blindside everybody, and it's going to break out of this, and it's going to do like a Disney did. You know, Disney was in that yearly consolidation, and look at that breakout. See, it just, remember the earnings, it just, right, just blew out. And all through here you had great movies. You had, what was that last, the Endgame, the Avengers and all that stuff, the Panther. It was doing nothing. And then it talks about, actually that wasn't earnings, it talks about the that service they got coming out in November, and then it breaks out. This is still a buy. This is still a buy. I'm just waiting for a pullback, which we're not getting. And this is a long-term buy. Don't trade this. Buy it, put it in your drawer, forget about it. That's what I want to do with this. Okay, my stream health is going down, so I guess I need to hurry up and end this. What was I talking about? That was Disney. Google. Google. Yeah, so Google, I think it's going to be the same thing eventually. Don't know when, but I think we run into earnings if the market's decent, right? And then we blow through. That's what I think is going to happen. And then Facebook. I sold. Yeah, I like the Facebook chart. That looks good. Let's go to the weekly. You can see those lines that I drew here. I sold out of the money puts in that way kind of before this pop, you know, so I was in fairly early, and they're doing well. I think they're going to be coming off probably next week, and I'll probably put some more on. I think Facebook is going to test its all-time highs, especially now that they get into this crypto, and it just seems like the world is turning into that kind of crypto world, you know, just gold, crypto, things like that's going to be working. So I'm liking that, you know, to sell puts, and any pullback I would probably do more. Yeah, I like that. Look at how the stochastic is already churning up again, so it's positive right there, right? Everything just looks good. No divergence. Kind of, I know I didn't draw it on the bottom tail, but I'm going right there. I like that better. False right here. Is this Thursday? Anyway, gosh, it was down at 160. That was great. If you can get in right there, I think I remember calling this bottom, but this bottom I missed because I just thought the market was gonna break. I just thought we was going way down here, and we didn't. All right, so that's it. I'll go ahead and end this video. So this is my Saturday edition. That's all I'm gonna do, and of course, I think, like I said, I might sell, especially if we rip up higher. I'm still, you know, waiting for this sideways action to even down up here. So I'm going to sell some of this stuff. Sell up out of here, you know. Anyway, but yeah, Cashmatic. I got butterflies on something. I can't remember. And I think it's Amazon. And it's doing well. Let me pull up Amazon real quick. And then I'll look at it. I'll look at the Analyze tab, see if it's in there. No, it's not in there. All kinds of stuff going on. All right, so there we go. There you have it. That's what I'm doing. All right, so thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you, Life Like I. Thanks, Cashmatic, for just being in every video, man. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Let me see something. I'm looking at your thing. Go to channel. I just made you I think I just made you a moderator. If you say something, you might have a wrench. So anyway, yeah, because, man, you're here all the time since day one. Appreciate that. All right, thanks for watching, everyone, again. And I'll be back Monday, hopefully, and just kind of see what goes on. Can't even call this market. I don't know what the hell it's doing. I'm just trying to find individual things that work, that may work. All right, so thanks for watching. I am Dre. This is the Let's Talk Stock Show. Don't forget, man, you got to subscribe. You got to like it. You got to do all of that. I appreciate you. Peace. Now, let me see if I can find my end button.